Boyd Team family, wanted to come to you today with our April update. It's hard to believe that spring is here. It's supposed to be 85 degrees today, so excited about the weather. Easter is right around the corner, and so want to wish you guys a happy Easter. Coming to you today from the cabin that Mandy and I are working on right now. Just got cabinets put in, and we are really excited about them. So, but number one, today wanted to thank you guys for coming out to the taco night at Willie Taco just a couple weeks ago. Had over 300 people there enjoying dinner that night together. Got to talk with a bunch of you that night. It was great to just sit down and have some conversation with families and really get to hear how things are going, hear about your kids, that kind of stuff. That's the stuff that we love. And so good to see all of you there. A lot of you, when you registered, said that you wanted to learn a little bit more about real estate planning. And so today I wanted to spend 2 minutes real quick on the two main mistakes that I see families make in real estate planning. And so number one, the first mistake that I see families making is not having a will. And I'm dealing with this right now. I probably deal with it 2 to 3 times a year where there's not a will involved. And so in the state of South Carolina, if there's not a will involved, what the situation I'm dealing with right now, the husband passed away. And so the wife now is having to work with his kids from a previous marriage because they have to split the estate based on that relationship. And so she gets 50% and then the kids get to split the other 50%. And she actually has to have permission from those kids in order to sell her house that she lived in for many years. And so have a will, number one. And if you have multiple properties, you have substantial assets, you need to have a trust, a living trust. And with the living trust, you appoint a trustee, and at your passing, that trustee then gets to fulfill your wishes and do the things that you want done after you pass. Number two, the second big mistake that I see people make is selling a house to their kids for $10 or selling for $1 love and affection. It sounds like you're doing your kids a favor, and what ends up happening with that is that they miss out on the stepped up basis for the property. And so what I mean by that is in the United States, whenever you pass, the value of the property that you owned at the time of your passing, that value is the basis for taxes. And so you pay capital gains based off of that basis. And so when you pass, let's say the house is worth $300,000. Well, if they then sell it for $310,000, a year or two later, then they only have to pay capital gains on that $10,000. Now, if you sell it to your child for $10, doing them a favor, they then have to pay capital gains on the $300,000. And so what that ends up working out to is you might end up paying $30,000, $40,000 in taxes, as opposed to really probably having no taxes on that $10,000. And so whenever you are thinking about giving a property to your kids, your grandkids, however you want to do that, you need to do that through a will, like we talked about at first. And you need to make sure that it is willed directly to them at your passing so that they can take advantage of that stepped up basis. Again, these are things that I deal with probably on that one. I probably deal with that 3 to 4 times a year. The will issue we deal with probably one to 3 times a year. It's a little less common, but we do see it every year. And so I want to make sure you guys are making great decisions for your family, making good real estate plans for the future. Any further questions on this, certainly reach out. Would love to talk through any situation specific to your family. But I hope you guys have a great start to spring and look forward to seeing you guys in May.